so it's Saturday morning. So yeah, heading up to the West Midlands to go and take a look at a classic scooter dealer to get up close and personal and see what I think. So that's the plan anyway. So we'll see how we get on. So we're in the Alpine A110. Washed it after its visit to Devon last weekend. It was very mucky, but I'm sure it'll be mucky today. The road surfaces seem to be melting, so I wonder if I'll get tar spray up the side of it, which is never nice, but I suppose in this hot weather it's to be expected. So yeah, catch up later. M40 heading northwards, traffic backing up on the southbound. I think there's been a little bump between junctions 11 and 10, so glad we're not travelling that way at the moment. So yeah, making progress. Well, had a quick look in the Disco Des scooters. Quite a lot of things there, quite a lot of expensive things, but very nice to get up close and personal with some Lambrettas and see what's what. So I don't think there's anything there that's within my budget. A really nice one there for about £12,000, which is probably about 4 times more than my absolute maximum budget. Still a very, very nice machine though, but not for me. So, but useful exercise. So not too far. I have about an hour and a half drive from home. So yeah, nice drive out. Make our way back towards Oxfordshire now from sunny Worcestershire, where according to my car thermometer it's 36 degrees. Although I rather suspect that's 36 degrees based on the fact the car's been stood in the car park for about half an hour. So I expect that will cool down now we're on the move, but it's certainly over 30, probably 31. So yeah. So anyway, we'll meander our way back to Oxfordshire. Well, here we are, Sunday evening. It's quite cool now, sat in the rum shack with supposedly some rum. So this was a present from my brother, I think for my birthday. So this is Clement. It's an agricole, so it's made from cane juice, not from molasses. I'm not a big fan of agricoles normally. They taste a bit grassy, but this one, I have to say, has been outstanding. So cheers, bruv. I'll have another one of them. So, what have we been up to this weekend? So, managed to get episode 7 completed. Unfortunately, all the footage of that I took whilst we were doing the cookout has gone. And part of the problem is that I have a storage issue. I'm doing these videos using GoPro Quick, and then what I have to do then is I have to then transfer the media from GoPro Quick to the photo album on my ancient iPad, and then I have to go to iMovies, which is the only video editing software that I appear to be able to cope with, and then draw it back in and edit it and store it and make it into a movie. The problem is that my ancient iPad has very limited storage capacity, so it's becoming a bit of a problem. So I think I'm going to need to investigate what needs to be done about that. But so technical difficulties. Sorry, didn't get any footage of me and Mark enjoying some truly excellent steak and some other bits of meat that we bought, and enjoying some more beers. But hey, took me fucking ages to edit part 1, mainly so that I didn't offend Mark's sense of privacy, which I do respect. So yeah, it took a few attempts before it was acceptable. But hey, cheers, Mark. So yeah, part 2, a bit of a letdown really. I got back on the last Saturday. Alpine performed faultlessly. It's a really good car for doing road trips in. I'd love to take it abroad, drive down through France, maybe drive to my brother's place in Spain. That would be really cool. But it would be me and another. It certainly wouldn't be me and my wife, because she would not have enough luggage room in the Alpine, I'm afraid. So, but that's maybe something to think about for another day. I think my brother would be up for it. It would be a bit of a laugh, actually. So watch this space. So yeah, got it back. Got back with it, should I say? And yeah, it was filthy. It's covered in flies. So gave it a wash. So I thought, well, get some footage of that. So that's on there, but it's sped up. So you don't have to sit through the tedium of watching me wash a freaking car. But it came up nice. It looks good when it's clean. And then my wife's laptop, she'd been complaining about a loss of battery life. So I said I'd sort it out for her. Looked online. You can buy batteries. She got a Lenovo IdeaPad laptop, not particularly high spec, but not a poor spec either. But she's had bad experiences with non-OEM batteries before. So said she really wanted an OEM Lenovo battery. So I looked online. Amazon, I could buy a battery for about 40 quid for a laptop, but no, OEM battery is 80 quid. So that arrived. So yeah, so you've sort of seen me fit in that. That actually went reasonably well. I haven't dicked around with computers for many years. I used to build my own PCs back in the day, but unfortunately now PC is more of a work tool than a pastime. But it was quite interesting to get in there, and a little screwdriver set that I bought many years ago. It was great to have the right tools and not struggle, so that was good. And then we've got my wife's cousin staying with us at the moment for a few days, so they were busy yesterday, Saturday. They went off to Oxford to meet up with two of my wife's sisters, so I think they had quite a nice time. So I started today by taking my daughter out for breakfast at Motorsportopia Cafe in Marsh Given, Oxfordshire. I think I mentioned that in the video. That was quite nice. Wasn't cheap, but it's a nice place to go. It's the second time I've been there. It's probably going to become a regular sort of Saturday morning haunt for me. I think for a cup of coffee and a bacon sandwich, it's not too bad. So that was good fun. And from there, I decided, because I've got the day to myself, I'd go and investigate a classic scooter dealer up in Worcestershire. The place is called, believe it or not, Disco Des, who's quite well known apparently. So since it's the closest classic scooter dealer to me, I thought they'd go and have a look. So I went up there. Got loads of footage of the journey, but I didn't get any footage of actually inside his premises. Main reason for that is that it was exceptionally busy, and I didn't really get to speak to the man himself, and I feel a bit awkward just rocking up with a GoPro and shoving it around people's places of business. So I didn't get a chance to ask him, so I didn't film anything. We've got some lovely machinery there. There was a God, what he got there? He's got a couple that took my eye, but the one that took my eye the most, I think it was a TV 175 early model. It was only £12,000. That was a tough one. I didn't have 12 grand in my back pocket, so I didn't buy that. But he'd got some nice machinery there. I had a really good chat with a chap there that had bought a bike, a scooter from him, a Lambretta, fairly well known one actually, lots of provenance, nice patina. Yeah, the guy was really nice bloke, gave me the time of day, can't ask for more than that. So I think I'll probably be back there again at some stage, but not, I don't think to buy an actual machine, but certainly in terms of spare parts, it's an Aladdin's cave of stuff. So yeah, that was quite nice. Nice drive out, hour and a half from where I live. Out in Worcestershire. So yeah, it was quite good. So and then today, Sunday, just been indoors all day. It's been a bit warm, bit of a breeze today though, which is quite pleasant. So been dicking around editing part 2 of last week's episode. Bit of a disappointment, sorry about that, but yeah, I lost the footage. I don't know where it's gone. It might be in the cloud somewhere, whatever that means. But if I manage to find the lost footage, I might try and cobble something together. But yeah, so that literally takes all day. I don't know how some of these online content providers turn out such high quality stuff. I find it extremely difficult, time consuming, but then again, I'm using free software at the moment, so it's not ideal. But what have I watched? So a couple of things on YouTube this weekend. So Kickstart Garage, our friend in Norway, Rob, always very entertaining. He's started doing some members only stuff, which I don't get access to because I'm not subscribed in terms of a regular monthly payment, but he's a fairly decent fella, knows what he's talking about, always entertaining. Who else? Oh yeah, Mike Waller in America, Geordie chap, who is into old British trials bikes. He's building one from scratch. I think we're up to about episode 18 on his. He's a very engaging fellow, so would recommend him. And yeah, David Bellow in California, who is in the throes of trying to do a rolling restoration on a Volvo P1800, one of my all-time favourite cars. David's done loads of Volvo stuff, and he's really good. So I'd recommend, if you're into old cars, his content is very engaging. So yeah, I've been on call this weekend, fielding calls from customers whose air conditioning has not worked because of the weather. It's not been as busy as I thought it would, but I've had one that cropped up yesterday night that we dealt with today. My engineer's been out there to Knightsbridge to sort that one out for the second time this week, but unfortunately people don't listen to the advice you give them, so it is what it is. So yeah, and I think I'm on call next week as well. So yeah, I have to have my work phone around me at all times, and be ready to organise attendance as and when required. So yeah, so that's it for this week really. But yeah, thanks for keeping engaged, and we'll see what happens. I'm expecting a windfall of funds to hit my account very shortly, which means that hopefully Project Lambretta will be a goer. But it seems to be a bit of a lottery with Lambrettas. I've got a particular budget in mind which I feel should be sufficient to get me into a rolling restoration, but based on what I've seen at the weekend, that doesn't even begin to scratch the surface. So I've got a lot to learn about them, and a lot to learn about what makes a good one and a bad one. So, but interesting. So yeah, stick with me on the journey. Once that rocks up, that should be quite interesting. We'll certainly have some fun pulling it to pieces and putting it back together again. I've been away from bikes for about 4 years now. And I do miss it, but I wouldn't want to go back to a high-powered motorcycle because I'm just too bloody old, to be honest. But I think a scooter might be fun for just pissing around town on. I'm not going to come to too much grief on that. So yeah, we shall see. So anyway, thanks for watching, and catch you next time. GoPro, stop recording.